Hello, good morning. We are the Current Clarity, and today we'll be interviewing Sir Rey Aguinaldo, an environmentalist. I'm Evie.
Savannah.
I'm Layla.
And I'm Ariana.
I'm Rey Aguinaldo, the former superintendent of Las Piñas Parañaque Wetland Park, and now I'm already retired.
Okay, so first question is, what sparked your interest in environmental issues, and why did you join the LPPCHEA?
Since I was young, I'm interested with animals and also with plants. And so when I grew up, I took up biology, and then I had a training at the Smithsonian Institution in USA. When I came back to the Philippines, I joined DNR. I first stayed with the Protected Areas and Wildlife Bureau, and then transferred to the central office. Afterwards, I transferred to the DNR National Capital Region as a science research specialist. And then I was promoted. I became a chief of the Coastal Resources and Foreshore Management section, and eventually became the superintendent of the Las Piñas Parañaque Wetland Park. It was an opportunity for me to use what I have studied at the Smithsonian Institution on environmental education and also on wildlife management. LPPWP or LPPCHEA is a conservation area and at the same time an ecotourism area. So both I could go on environmental education. I could educate the people coming in the park, and I also do my conservation management in the area. So that's it. That's why I was tapped to become the first manager of the Las Piñas Parañaque Wetland Park. I managed it since it started in 2007 until 2014.
It takes a lot of dedication and time in order to achieve such things.
What were your experiences in planting mangroves and starting projects that benefit the natural environment?
When I arrived in the area, immediately I wanted to enrich the vegetation cover of the area. And then so we did analysis what to plant, and we saw that there were mangroves already because the area was an experimental site for mangrove planting. We started side, and then we look around and then planted also outside at the periphery of the area. And then with that, the vegetation cover improved, and more birds came in. Aside from mangroves, we also planted beech forest species. We improved the area, and then we got rid of the plant species that are not supposed to be there, like the ipil. They are invasive. So we gradually move some of the trees. So with that, the count of birds went higher, and then I understand some of the fish. That area is, according to the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, that area is a spawning ground for some important species of fish. So with that, we were able to secure the area wherein fish spawn and contribute to the replenishment of fishery resources in Manila Bay.
That's really informative, and I wasn't aware of that.
Why do you think it's important for global citizens to start putting in more effort in preservation of marine wildlife?
2/3 of the earth is water. The oceans, the seas are rich in biodiversity. They provide food for us people. They have ecological functions like they control temperature, they control wave action, and at the same time protect also areas that are necessary to be protected, so that the benefits that we get from this marine environment will not be endangered, but rather it will be enhanced for us to benefit more, not only for us these days, but also for the next generation. Example, if you cause pollution in oceans, the fishes are affected. So fishery resources may be depleted or they may go down, and then the resources to be provided to the people will lessen. So you will have less resources, but the population is going up. So what happens? Poverty will ensue in the next decades or so. Afterwards, if they are destroyed, you will not have a good environment. If you destroy your environment, example the marine environment, what will happen to us afterwards? So the effect will be on humans, we people. So if we take care of it and be able to pass it on to the next generation, the people, the next generation will also benefit and enjoy what we have enjoyed nowadays. We are calling the citizens to do necessary things like proper solid waste management, proper management, not only solid, management of wastes, because waste could be in solid or liquid. We need to plant more trees because the marine environment is connected to other ecosystems in the on land. So we have this interconnected of ecosystems from the land, from the mountains, as far as the mountains, to the sea. So what happens to an ecosystem will affect other ecosystems.
Yes, I agree because all of our actions have consequences. And if we act too late, we're
Yes.
all gonna die at the end. Well,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not us, but our next generation. And we don't want that to happen, right? And we've
Yes.
also taken a lot of resources from our oceans, like food or sometimes
Mm-hmm.
water. And I think it's just right to pay it back because they don't even ask anything from us, and yet we pollute their waters.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.